Yo, what is good, YouTube? What is up? How y'all doing? What y'all up to? It's Friday. I'm sure y'all are exhausted. I've been on vacation this week, but I'm sure y'all are tired as fuck because y'all been working, and I feel sorry for you. So here we are, and I am sending out the link to the stream on Twitter, Twatter, whatever you want to call it. It's there. It's there. So we are here. We are here. I am not I clicked the go live button at 9 fucking o'clock. I was looking at my computer right when it said 9 o'clock. I clicked live. Do not give me that shit. Do not give me that shit. Yo, what's up, Brad? What is up, people? Yo, so tonight is the night we're going to dive into the MrBeast stuff because, dude, I have been spending this week, I have been trying to catch up with all the MrBeast stuff. This goes way deeper than I thought. I thought this was just a case of somebody that worked with MrBeast talking to minors. This actually goes a lot deeper than I thought, and honest to God, it's kind of interesting. Now, I do want to say before we continue on, when it comes to the MrBeast stuff, let me be clear about something so I don't get my ass sued because your boy ain't got the kind of money to go toe-to-toe with MrBeast. So let me just get this out there and be absolutely clear about this. Everything that we are about to discuss in regards to the MrBeast situation is alleged. It allegedly happened. All right. We don't know for sure that all this shit happened. It allegedly happened. So it's all alleged. All right. So there's my legal protection. Jesus. Because I do know that he is going after people, especially people that used to work for him. He's actually going after them and trying to sue them, which is absolutely fucking insane. I mean, on the one hand, I get you have to protect your business, but on the other hand, that's not a good look. That's not a good look, my man. That's definitely not a good look. All right. So we'll give people time to jump in here. I do want to say, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to talk about this. I might do a stream in the morning to talk about this in more detail. But I do want to say that I have been keeping up with the news, and apparently we are in the final stages of Kamala Harris picking her vice president. And there's a lot of signs that are pointing to one guy, and that's Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania. There's a lot of signs that are pointing that it's going to be him, which is not a terrible choice. But, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. Tim Walz, dude, I would rather see Tim Walz. I mean, yes, from a electoral standpoint, being the governor of Pennsylvania, it makes more sense to go with Shapiro. But when I think about somebody being in there with Kamala in the White House, having an influence on policy, Tim Walz, I think, is a much better choice, to be honest with you. And apparently, people in the Biden White House, really like him. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But everything seems to be pointing towards Shapiro, which is not a terrible choice, but we'll see how that plays out. All right, so we'll talk more about that later. Who knows? By the time by morning, we may have an announcement on the VP. Who knows? Because she's supposed to announce them before Tuesday, because they're gonna have like a 7-state blitz together apparently. So let me get a sip of water real quick. Real quick. All right. I hope she picks Shapiro. Interesting how liberals will react. Shapiro's not like extreme left wing, but I wouldn't say he's moderate. I would actually say he might be a little bit more to the left compared to Kamala Harris. Not in terms of like foreign policy when it comes to like the Gaza-Israel situation, but apparently like he's had a history of going after big corporations like hardcore, which is something that I harp on a lot. But overall, I think that the left would probably be happier with Tim Walz, to be honest with you. All right, so we'll talk more about that later. Tonight, we are going to focus on the MrBeast situation. Uh-oh. And again, I do want to clarify. I do want to make it absolutely 100 and total and very clear about this. All of this is alleged. None of it's been confirmed. It is all alleged. All right? Because I do not want MrBeast come at my ass. I cannot handle that legal situation at all. All right. So I guess there's really like two halves to this, and there's two things that I want to focus on tonight. So there is this article here that is going to go over the Ava Chris Tyson's groomer allegations. And that's going to be the groomer allegations, which are a rabbit hole in and of themselves. And then there's the business side of things, where he's allegedly doing some shady stuff on the business side of things, which some of this shit does not surprise me if it's true. And I'll tell you why when we get there. But overall, man, like there's just so much to delve into here. It's impossible to do it all in one stream. So we're going to try and do a summation of it. All right. So let's look at this article first. And this article basically gives us the entire rundown of the Chris Tyson groomer allegations. So the article says, here's a rundown of everything that's happened surrounding the accusations against YouTuber and MrBeast friend Ava Chris Tyson. And that is the individual in question right there. All right, let us continue. On July 23rd, internet personality Ava Chris Tyson was accused of grooming a minor named Lava. Tyson, a regular in mega popular YouTuber Jimmy MrBeast Donaldson's videos until very recently, acknowledged the allegations against her, apologized for her past behavior, and said that she's permanently stepped away from MrBeast and social media. As things quickly came to a head, the alleged victim, Lava, defended Tyson online, saying that the internet personality never did anything wrong. But what is actually going on here, and how did we end up with such a dizzying turn of events? And dizzying is the right word to describe it, because after all this, my brain fucking hurts, man. It really does. And this is an interesting situation where apparently the alleged victim has come out and said that they were never a victim. They were never groomed, which you cannot take that at face value because, and again, and Lava's a guy, by the way, just to be clear. Lava's a guy, so a young teenage dude. And we've had this conversation on panel before. But let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100. When it's an older woman in a relationship with an underage guy, it is treated differently by the media. It is treated differently by society. That's just how it is. Like, it's viewed differently than if the girl is underage and the guy is an adult. And that's not to say that that type of approach is right. That's not to say that that's how we should approach these type of situations. Obviously, we shouldn't approach it that way, but it's true. And here's the thing. I'm not surprised that Lava came out and said that he was not a victim, that he was not groomed. Because I remember being a teenage boy, and I can tell you right now, if I ever had the opportunity to bang a hot teacher or some older lady, a college girl, whatever it may be, if I had the chance to do that, I probably would have done it in a fucking heartbeat. Because I was a hormonal, red-blooded, heterosexual teenage boy. All right? Clearly, I would jump all over that. I would hit that shit with the might of Zeus. However, that's the thing. I would not feel like a victim, but that doesn't mean that I wouldn't be a victim if that situation had arisen. And the reason why I say that is because in that situation, it is up to the adult to know better. The teenage boy doesn't know any better. His judgment and his reasoning is all fucked up by his hormones. All right? He does not know any better. He is not thinking. His decisions are not being controlled fully by his head. Part of his decision making is being controlled by his other head, if you catch my drift. So of course he's not going to feel like a victim. He's not going to realize he would be a victim in this situation. So it is up to the female in question to take responsibility and not allow that potential relationship to develop. In other words, if he tries to come onto her, she needs to say, hell no. You get what I'm saying? And obviously, she should never initiate something like that to begin with. So him coming out and saying that he wasn't a victim or he didn't feel like a victim, I get that, but frankly, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That's not how we determine who's a victim and who's not a victim. Well, it's how I felt at the time. Okay, but again, we've done studies on the human brain. We've done studies on how the psychology of people in that age group work. And with males, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. Yo, what's up, Bucky? It's wrong, but if Margot Robbie was my teacher, I definitely wanted it. Dude, of course. Of course. Like, I would have too. If my teacher was Margot Robbie, I would have been wanting to go, yeah, going balls deep, teacher. Oh, yeah. Like, of course. Of course. But I wouldn't know any better. My decisions are not fully my own. My body is controlling my decision making. And it is the teacher, it is the older female who in turn would be taking fucking advantage of me, taking advantage of the state that my developing body and mind are currently in. And that's where the victimhood comes from. That's the problem, because your biology is being exploited by someone that should know better. Now, this is different if it's like two people within a relative age group. So like, high school age, like, 14 to, like 14 to 19 or, whatever. Romeo and Juliet laws. Like, it's different if they're in a similar age bracket and they're going out but behind the school and they're going, yeah, going balls deep. Like, that's different because they're on the same mental level. Her body and his body are reacting in similar ways. So it's not, there's no power dynamic there. They're considered equals. They're considered peers, which is not the case with a teenage boy and an adult woman, and obviously not with an adult man and a teenage girl. I would mostly get it on with Scarlett Johansson and Megan Fox, but that's the thing. Being an adult as I am now and recognizing the situation, I would hope that in those cases, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, and Megan Fox would be responsible enough and decent enough to not allow you to pursue that, because that's the right thing for the adult to do. How much did I miss at a party right now? We're just at the bare basics. Basically, the accusations that Chris Tyson groomed this underage boy, and the boy saying that he wasn't a victim. Like that. That's really it. That's all we've really covered at this point. All right, so let's continue. So the situation started going viral in July 2024, but the accusations first came to light in June 2024, thanks to a handful of YouTubers who combed through Lava and Tyson's public social media profiles, including Discord and X/Twitter accounts. The evidence against Tyson started to pile up, and now at this point, it's difficult to keep up with, as creators like Daniel Keem posted frequent updates on the troubling situation. So to streamline the information that's public and confirmed, below is a brief timeline of events involving Ava Chris Tyson. So this is something I thank God for this article. Like straight up, in fact, I'm going to bookmark this bitch. Thank God for this article, because this article helped me to condense and understand this stuff so much better. Because, dude, every single day, I've been getting videos popping up in my feed about MrBeast, Chris Tyson, over and over and over. And honest to God, it's a lot to keep up with. And like doing this shit, like I don't know what's come out today. There may have been some shit that come out today that I'm just not aware of. I'm aware that MrBeast is starting to take legal action against some of his former employees that have come out to make these allegations. And in fact, we're going to watch a video from somebody who used to work for MrBeast, talking about his shady business practices, alleged shady business practices. So I do know that came out today. That's something new today. So we're going to be looking at that as well. But let's continue. In June 2024, investigative journalist and YouTuber Prism42 posted a lengthy video claiming that Ava Chris Tyson was regularly talking to a minor online. The roughly 45-minute long upload went over much of what has become publicly known, including the fact that Tyson befriended Lava when she was in her 20s and he was in his early teens. Now see right there, Romeo and Juliet laws don't cover that shit. No. Early teens, no. Like I said, from what I understand, and it's a shame that I have to know this, but considering the amount of pedo allegations that we've had to cover on this channel, I've had to do my research. As far as I know, and it varies state by state, but the largest age gap in regards to Romeo and Juliet laws is 5 years. So that means that if she was, see, it says that she was in her 20s. It doesn't even say age 20. But let's give some leeway here and say that she was 20 at the time. Depending on the state, let's say she was in a state with the widest age gap for Romeo and Juliet laws. The lowest that she could legally date would be a 15-year-old. And that's not early 20s. That's not early teens. That's mid-teens. That is like halfway through your teenage years. What we're discovering is that apparently this guy was in his early teens. So 13 years old. That's a 7-year age gap. That is not covered by any law. That's a big fucking problem. Also, I can tell you right now, as somebody that used to be a teenager at one point, I know, shocking. But I can tell you right now, my mentality as a 15-year-old versus my mentality as a 13-year-old, very different. There was a lot about me at the age of 13 that was very childlike. This is just fucking creepy. This isn't like 15 years old where you're starting to you're not a man yet, but you're definitely closer to being a man than you have been at any other point in your life from a mental standpoint. Obviously, in terms of a physical standpoint and a legal standpoint, but in terms of a mental standpoint, because that's when you're starting to get your permit. That's when you're learning how to drive. You're starting to take more responsibility. So the mentality change between a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old, that's a pretty big fucking deal. It really is. For me, I actually got laid at 15. with a girl from my school. We were the same age. Fellas. Calm down. That's when I lost the V card. Unfortunately, that's actually when I also picked up my first cigarette. So there's that. And of course, I was preparing to get a car. So a lot was happening there. But anyways, let's continue. All right. With the manila folder in front of him, Prism 42 displayed screenshots of messages between Tyson and Lava, alleging that Tyson allegedly brought a camper van to meet up with Lava. Anytime you've got pedophilia accusations in a van, that's just like adding another layer to the Sunday. It really is. To the fucked up Sunday. Looking at you, Saska sisters. The video didn't blow up at first, but it did begin to travel far over time. YouTubers spotlight the accusation. So now we continue. A month later, commentary YouTubers Achito and Adrox, I've never heard of these guys, uploaded their own videos on Ava Chris Tyson. Adrox's video posted on July 16th looked into Tyson's past, examining the internet personality's seemingly public interest in Lolicon. Ooh, no. It always begins with the Lolicon. Japanese art that typically sexualizes young or young-looking female characters. Though not his first on the internet personality, Achito's July 20th video was a reaction to Adrox's findings, adding commentary about he doesn't understand the fascination with Lolicon art. These videos... we all know why some people are fascinated with Lolicon art. Let's just keep it real. These videos amplified the allegations against Tyson, leading us to the victim's statement. And here we go. Lava denies the accusation, says he's not a victim. Again, you're 13 years old. Your hormones are kicking in big time. You just hit puberty. You don't know what the fuck you are. Let's just be real. Like you are not mentally mature enough, and your biology is so out of whack at that point that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And Chris Tyson should have known that at the time. And the fact that at that time that Chris didn't decide to turn to immediately cut off this relationship, stop this from happening, not initiate it in the first place, means that Chris, being an adult, took advantage of your biology, Lava, of your biological state. That's the problem. That's why you're a victim. That's why it's such a big fucking deal. But let's read what was said. Video editor Lava, the minor Tyson was talking to, came forward with a statement on X/Twitter, posting several tweets on July 22nd. Lava denied the accusations against Tyson, saying the internet personality never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. Lava ultimately concluded that he was never exploited or taken advantage of by Tyson, expressing that he is not a victim. And here we have the tweet. These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong, just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? So here's the thing. Let's just say that's true. Let's just say that's the case. Let's just say that she never did any of this. All right. It was just a few edgy jokes, which is still fucking weird considering it's a 20-year-old making sex jokes around a 13-year-old. Is it criminal? No. At least I don't think. Now I could be wrong about that. All right. I'm going to be real with you. I could be completely wrong about that. Is it probably criminal? Probably not. Let me say that. I don't know for sure. But is it fucking weird? Absolutely, it's weird. And could it be potentially an opening, a start for the grooming process? Potentially. I mean, it starts as jokes that are edgy and then get a little more sexual, a little more intimate, until finally you're not joking anymore. Now, again, not saying that happened. These are all just allegations at this point. But these type of situations can lead to much darker things. All right, so let's continue. Tyson made a public statement regarding Lava and the allegations against her on July 23rd. Taking to X/Twitter for the first time after recently scrubbing her account clean, Tyson apologized for her past behavior and said that she's permanently stepped away from all things MrBeast and social media to prioritize family and mental health. In follow-up post, Tyson clarified that she never groomed anyone and apologized again to those she hurt with her unacceptable social media post and past actions. And here we have the tweet. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. So you can take this two ways. Number one, she didn't do anything wrong, but the controversy is there, the stain is there, and out of respect for her friend MrBeast, she is stepping away so she does not taint the brand and she does not ruin his career, which would be noble if that's the case. Or she's feeling some sense of guilt and and she knows these accusations are true, and she's trying to, trying to get out of this with, the least amount of damage as possible by stepping away from MrBeast and potentially just going into seclusion, metaphorically, from a virtual standpoint. One of the two. All right, so we continue. In the wake of the allegations and public statements from both Lava and Tyson, various internet personalities began reacting to the incident online. Folks like popular Twitch streamers Kai Sinet and Pokimane, Anise, commentary YouTuber Charles Moist Critical / Penguin Zero, White Junior, Gamer Felix, XQC. Didn't XQC recently do something for Kamala Harris? I think so. Lengiel and many others shared their opinion, all of which found their way to X/Twitter. And here we have some of those tweets. From Pokimane, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable regardless of who you are. XQC, I follow mostly only influential creators here, and yet most have been silent about the Chris Tyson situation. Pretty deviant behavior across the board. Weirdo. Can't wait to read some of the cope and justifications for why it wasn't addressed. RAE, I was hoping for more detailed response, but glad Ava is overall stepping away from MrBeast's team. Disappointing and disgusting. Charlie, this is Moist Critical. Wish people would actually bother checking if I've talked about something. I talked about it last night on stream. I was all unfolding and posted a short edit from the discussion, so even brain-rotted idiots can watch the full thing and see how horrible it is. Let's see, we have... Yeah, Vala was... because Sneeko accused Charlie of not posting anything or talking about it. All right. So then we move on. As everything quickly unfolded, that is the last thing he is. MrBeast broke his silence on July 24th. In an X/Twitter post, the superstar YouTuber said he was disgusted by the serious allegations against Tyson, expressing his intent to hire an independent third party to investigate the situation. In the meantime, MrBeast explained that he has taken immediate action to remove Tyson from anything and everything connected to the business. Okay. Oh, so on the one hand, well, actually, let's read the tweet first. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to go to Twitter. So basically, MrBeast has hired an independent third-party investigator, which honestly, that's not a bad move. To be honest with you, it's not a bad move at all. Because if he and his people investigate it, there's a bias. If people that are calling Chris Tyson out on this stuff, calling MrBeast out on this stuff, investigate it, there's a bias. So getting a third party is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. And I'm going to get a sip of water real quick. I'm about to Marco Rubio this bitch. I need a sip of water. Now, of course, all of this shit is alleged. And it would probably be smart to just let the fucking investigation play out. It would probably be smart to let the investigation play out, to let a third party look into this and figure out what the fuck is going on, what the fuck is happening, and if this shit is true. Now, the thing is, again, if it's true, and Lava is coming out saying that he's not a victim, we can't take that with any kind of credibility. Because at the time, Lava was 13. And how many times have we heard people that are victims of childhood SA, how many times have we heard these people later in life try to justify what happened, defend their abuser, say that it wasn't abuse, or even worse, say that they deserved it? That's happened a lot. That happens all the time, which is fucking sad. So it could be that, again, allegedly, if this stuff happened, that it did traumatize him to an extent, and he is mentally, it could have traumatized him to the extent that he is mentally blocking it out, misremembering stuff, and trying to do mental gymnastics to justify it. That's a possibility as well. That's a possibility as well. Because we've seen that with victims over and over and over again. So the best thing is to probably get a third party to investigate it. But let's continue. There have been other developments within this timeline, such as other victims alleging that Tyson preyed on them, but these claims have either been discredited by people with knowledge of the matter or aren't substantiated enough with proof. So while this may run deeper than what we're aware of, this is everything we know as of now. We'll update the story with new entries should more information be made available. All right, so this is one of the problems when it comes to cases like this. If there are other victims, it is hard to get the evidence. It's hard to get the proof. And it's hard to prove cases like this. It really is. And you have to have evidence. You have to have proof, because you can't just ruin somebody's life for no reason. You can't just make a bunch of false accusations, ruin somebody's life, and it's like, oh, we screwed up. Oh, well. Well, are you going to compensate me for all the money I missed out on because of these accusations? Are you going to go out and release a public apology and make every single person that did these false allegations go out and apologize? Are they going to have to suffer damages for what they did to me? Nope. None of that. Nope. 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 So as bad as these allegations are, what is worse? What is worse is somebody being falsely accused. And here's why it's worse. Because you've created two victims. Somebody that may have actually been sexually abused, but may not have been abused by this particular person. And then the person that is falsely accused. So now you've got two victims. You've not fixed anything. You've not brought any justice. You've just spread the despair and the injustice. So, again, from what I'm seeing, I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit here, and it's very difficult to process. And again, all of this is just alleged. What do I think happened? Honest to God, I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea. I'm not going to be one of these people that comes out and just, well, they've been accused, therefore they're guilty. Like, no, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. And this isn't like a case like with Nick or Kada, where we literally have police documents. We have evidence that has been recorded. We have testimony from people outside of the police to back all of this shit up. We have him on fucking stream with his looking like that he's fucking coked out of his mind. So it's not a situation like that where there's such a body of evidence against him. It's not a situation like Dr. Disrespect where the man straight up came out and admitted to what he did. I just don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh yes, Chris Tyson's a fucking monster. Like, it's possible. If this shit is true, if this shit is actually true, then yeah, Chris Tyson needs to go to fucking prison. If this is true. Now, if it's not true, then everybody attacking Chris Tyson is going to be eating fucking crow. And it's not going to look good. So you may call me a fence sitter, but I'm holding my position on that fence. If this is true, fuck Chris Tyson. And if MrBeast knew about it, fuck MrBeast. But if it's not true, the entire internet has some apologizing to do. Big time. And there needs to be some kind of action taken to repair the damages that have been done here. And at this point, I simply don't know. This case has gotten so complicated, so big, and there's so many contradictory statements from so many people that I'm going to be honest with you. Reading through all of this, looking at what I did, I got to the point that I had to throw my hands up and be like, I don't fucking know. I really don't. There's some things here that point in the direction of something nefarious. Like, I mean, you shouldn't be making those kind of jokes around a 13-year-old if you're 20 years old, for God's sakes. But does that mean that they were sending them nudes or doing anything sexual with them? No, it doesn't. It could have just been stupid edginess. Because again, at 20 years old, you do stupid fucking shit. Even at 20 years old, you do stupid fucking shit. How many times have I said, like, before the age of 30, I give a lot of leniency to people because that's when you're still trying to find yourself and understand your place in the world. And mentally, you're just not there yet. And you do a lot of stupid shit. So when it comes to these allegations, and that's what they are at this point, I just have to throw my hands up and say, I don't fucking know. And because of that, I cannot take one side or the other. I cannot take one side or the other. All I can say is that if this shit really happened, fuck Chris Chan and fuck MrBeast. If it didn't, the entire internet needs to grovel and beg for fucking forgiveness and fucking apologize. And there needs to be some kind of reparations done. Because this is damaging big time. But at this point where I'm at, I just have to wait for this third-party investigation. I have to see what else comes about it. So that means that in the future, when more information comes out, we'll be doing more MrBeast streams. We have to. We absolutely have to. Because there's going to be more information coming out. And there may come a point where there's such a body of evidence going one way or the other, or a lack of evidence, that I'm finally able to say, all right, you know what? This happened. Or you know what? I don't think this happened. But we're not there yet, folks. We are not there yet. All right. So So that's the grooming situation, which is probably the worst of it, to be honest with you. Now we're going to move on to the business allegations, the fraud, the financial crap, the using, creating fake videos and stuff, which is like, what the fuck ever. Like everybody, a lot of people do that. So we're going to move on to that. And for that, we actually have a video. So let me go ahead and pull that up. All right, so this is Dogpack 404, and apparently he worked for MrBeast, and he's got almost 9 million views. Dog, I want my 9 million views. What the fuck? Anyways, so he worked for MrBeast, and he's saying that MrBeast this video is not monetized. Are you fucking crazy? If my video started racking up numbers like that, I'm monetizing it absolutely. Are you fucking crazy, dog? Shit, you would have made bank off of this. Oh my God. This one fucking video. My God. Anyways. So, well, I guess it does lend to his credibility, though, since he's not monetizing it. So I guess there's that. But anyways, bad business move. But okay, I get it. It gives you some credibility. So let's actually increase the playback speed just a bit. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, so again, this is talking more about the financial situation, some allegations that have been thrown his way because of that, some of the workplace and health safety concerns. So we're going to watch this video and we're going to dive into that aspect of the controversy.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most powerful man on earth.
Let me get some captions going here. Why the fuck is it Russian? Why do I have Russian captions? Stop that.
We're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this
Well,
negative.
the guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. What
Legal lottery for money. You don't have to pay anything to enter the tournament.
How is this legal? I don't get it. It's a scam.
Hundreds of forged or fake signatures.
All these schemes are great up until they just go bust.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I'm alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake
Okay, well, you're talking way too fast. I wanted to slow it down a bit.
signatures. I would consider that fraud. Okay, thank you. Enjoy the video. So this is part one into my investigation into MrBeast. I recorded this before the Chris stuff came out. I was also going to come out about the Chris stuff probably in part 2 or 3. Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, if you knew, why didn't you come forward? Why didn't you go to the authorities? Well, I was going to come forward. And also like, going to the authorities isn't going to work because what are you going to say? Like, you heard rumors that this person was this way or that, there's obviously evidence of like the Shad-based stuff. Like, that's been out for a while. People have internally known at the company that like, Chris is kind of a potential minors attracted person and the company protects her or they were protecting her and they protected her as long as they could. Jimmy knew, everyone knew. So, which I think that's more of a red flag than anything I'm going to reveal in this video. But, those messages happen in like MrBeast discords and yeah, I don't know. It's a mess when like MrBeast contestants are being exposed to like minor attracted persons and the company's protecting them. There's a big emphasis at the company of like how to manipulate children, like understanding their psychology and everything, and like seeing that that's sort of used in weird ways. And there's been like parasocial relationships and encouraging like almost children simping for these people. And maybe that's as nefarious as it gets, or maybe it goes deeper. Anyway, here's an old podcast clip of Jimmy explaining that he knows that his audience is young. Oh, which is an old clip. You could say like his audience grew up. I would say he's gained most.
Let me say this too, because again, it's been really fucking hard to research all this. The Shadman stuff, I haven't had a lot of time to look at it. Now that may change my opinion on the Chris Tyson stuff. Like that may change my opinion on that completely, because I'm gonna put that out as a disclaimer. I have not looked into the Shadman stuff very much at all, hardly any. So that might change my opinion there. When I do get around to looking at it, we're probably going to do another stream on this sometime next week, I would say. But I just haven't had the chance yet. Sorry, guys. I just have not had the chance yet. Because there's a lot here, man. And we're not going to be able to get through it all in one stream. So there's just a lot of shit going on with this thing. But let's continue. And I will say, too, like, if the allegations are true, That's a big problem considering that most of MrBeast fans are minors. Like, that's a huge problem.
To his audience since then, and his content's only gotten younger. Also, this clip really just shows that, like, he understands the YouTube analytics are bullshit, because he can try to use that as a defense, but he knows. So here's that clip, and then I'll get into the video.
The average demographic is what, 13 through 17? Is that the biggest spike in your analytics?
Well, I mean, mine's horseshit. It says like 18 to 24, but I know all my fucking viewers are little kids.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot like that because, you know, little kids lie about their age or they're on their, you know, like...
But yeah, then I have like a fucking massive one for like the 40-year-old range because all the fucking idiots are on their parents' account.
Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds for profit using 3 simple steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning. Step 1 is getting the viewer to associate the brand with trust and authority. MrBeast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his loyal followers. I will show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are in fact fake. Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with MrBeast in a way that benefits MrBeast, when they do it.
Okay, so let me say this real quick. This whole idea of the videos are fake, that's bad because you're lying to your audience. But at the same time, on the tier of allegations and no-nos, it's not up there with grooming. All right, it's not up there with grooming. It's not good, but it's not. It's like a D tier problem. You know what I mean? It's not even C tier. It's just a D tier problem. But let's continue.
He tells them to do, they win big rewards.
Is he subscribed? You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of MrBeast, they get rewarded. And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to act in some way that benefits the brand, promising big rewards in return. Now it's your turn to do what MrBeast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a MrBeast employee. So young, impressionable viewers are made to believe that MrBeast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what MrBeast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards. Trust MrBeast, watch him help others, contribute to his cause, and one day he'll help you too. That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini, and to make it you could be in one of these. Subscribe right now.
Don't do Jesus like that, dog. That's just a lot of the people that follow Jesus doing that, not Jesus himself. Come on.
Subscribe and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe and you can come I give you $100,000. Subscribe and you could win subscribe button and you could also win $100,000. Seriously, we always fly subscribers down. They never fly random subscribers down. MrBeast fakes his videos in ways that are worse than you realize. I say that because he's been exposed for faking videos before, and the common response is, why does it matter if the videos are fake? They're just meant to be entertainment. A large part of MrBeast's brand is the fact that he doesn't fake videos.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's gotta be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a huge problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. Also, if what we had to film was scripted, you know, because what we do is non-scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control, blah, blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, it's not your only way out, you can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast.
Yo, he is going through every single fucking... Like, is he going to go through every single fucking MrBeast video? Holy shit.
This fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted. In fact, pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
You did it! Yeah! What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Let's talk about Mac for a second.
We will die. You understand that?
I found public records showing that Mac moved from California to Greenville, North Carolina, where Jimmy is located, back in August 2023, 2 months before he appeared as a contestant. According to a former MrBeast employee, this is around the time when Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any old house, he moved into $1 million mansion. Now, I'm not gonna dox him, only some asshole would do something like that.
After doxing and bullying the pilot some more like a f***ing douchebag,
turns to Eric and says, how do I fly this thing? Eric just starts pushing buttons.
But I did find pictures of this mansion online, so I fed them into ChatGPT and asked it to create similar images. And this is what it came up with. And it's honestly not that far off. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really gonna change your life.
Max is a nice car. Tell me, where are we right now?
We're in the place that we drove to a few minutes ago.
Mac, let's cut the shit here. What have you been doing for like the last year?
A lot of family stuff.
What kind of family stuff?
Just like playing catch with my dad.
For a year? How do you make money? How are you surviving?
Basically, my main strategy is I go to like grocery store type places.
Grocery store type places?
Yeah, I basically I'll do when I get there. I usually get like an amount of food that feeds like a week.
With what money?
The money that I've made.
How did you make it?
Huh? Yeah, listen, you're getting too caught up in the details. They'll figure it out.
We will die. You understand that? During this
They'll
time lapse,
they'll figure it out, dude. Stop lying. Stop fucking lying. Come on.
7 days stranded at sea, you can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But after a hard cut, magically 5 people are awake, and 2 of the boys have bright yellow raincoats that they didn't have when it rained on day 2.
And after standing the whole night completely soaked,
you didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on.
Inconsistency. Oh my God. Inconsistencies. You will be pointed out. Jesus.
The production yacht. It's ironic because this is one of the videos where they claim that they don't fake things.
But no, we have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
In this video, this wink was added in post. In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him. This whole revenge storyline was added in post. Multiple shots show how timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. Timers are edited in post. They also manipulated contestants' audio in post.
We got 15 minutes.
In general, if anything happens last second, it's fake. Or if you can hear someone's voice but can't see their mouth, the audio could easily be added in post.
I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
And yes, this lie detector video was also fake.
Have you ever faked a video?
No. It's still real to me, damn it!
Okay, so MrBeast fabricates some contestant dialogue and timers and movements and storylines and uses a bunch of shitty CGI, but who...
See, okay, here's the thing. If this was just him faking this shit, but he wasn't lying about being real and sincere and all of that crap, if he wouldn't make all those claims, no one would give a shit. Do you know how many things are fucking faked out there as far as like video content, even TV shows? Do you know how much shit is fucking fake? No one would give a shit. But when you make your brand into being, the real channel, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Don't fucking do that.
Who really cares? I mean, the videos are just for entertainment only, right? I mean, it's not like he's ever rigged the results of a challenge. That would be impossible because he films with hundreds of random subscribers, right? Wrong. Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers.
So many people had...
I want to speed this up a little bit because this is a long ass video.
Jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast and oftentimes friends and family of MrBeast employees or just the employees themselves. And when they do pull someone from outside of North Carolina, it's usually somebody who's in the industry, who's camera trained, who has built a following.
Hey, anyone I'm friends with watching that wants 10 grand?
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million. And what's even worse is that the results of this video were completely scripted. According to a former MrBeast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were MrBeast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer. You can actually see some of this happen on camera, like when Jimmy pays one of the boys $10,000 to leave, which is twice as much as the actual prize money, but doesn't make the same offer to the girls.
The boys were blowing out of the water. I paid the one guy who got to tell them to leave. Now if you don't win, that was all for nothing.
At another point, he gives the girls a camera drone so they would have been able to see how many boys were left. It doesn't work out, but seeing how much they're willing to help them on camera, I'm willing to believe that they did, in fact, help them off camera. Apparently, at the end, they were only monitoring the boys to see if they stepped on the red line and not the girls, so that the girls would win the challenge. And to be clear, obviously the girls had an unfair start with having so many MrBeast employees get out immediately. I think they all did deserve $5,000 for that, but also the boys should deserve a fair chance at winning, I think. I think that's the expectation when you run a game show. But hey, that was a while ago, so I'm just glad they're not doing another rigged boys versus girls video. So knowing that MrBeast likes the results to be close and that offstage producers can sort of influence how a challenge progresses, I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses the same in the video as it does in real life. Now, immediately, the intro is sped up, and the timer is clearly added in post, and he clearly touches the laser here, but whatever, let's assume that it's all real time. When he reaches the bottom floor, he has to turn these water valves. Now you can tell that these valves aren't actually connected to anything because the water flows out in an instant, and it happens when he's not even touching the valve. The contestant also goes back to the first valve unaware that anything had happened, and he's still able to spin it. So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water, and assuming they've tested this, the producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close. And in this video, spoiler alert, the contestant wins the money, so rigging the challenge could be seen as a good thing, but there are many examples of contestants losing, and in traditional media, this kind of rigging is actually completely illegal.
We always have the same person tie all the knots.
Wait, is it illegal? Is it? I mean, probably if you take it to an extreme degree, but there's got to be. I'm not going to say rigging necessarily, but there's got to be some kind of. I was going to say manipulation, but that's not the right word either. Let's just say there's got to be some Hollywood magic. Okay, there's got to be something to make it more appealing in certain cases for the camera and for ratings. Not that it would necessarily, determine the outcome, but it would determine how we get to that outcome. You feel what I'm saying? Feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, there's got to be something going on to some extent.
So that we know they've tied them at the exact same tension. I mean, we get down to inches, and then we have a standards and practices person. And if you don't know what that is, on any kind of a game show where there is a prize, you have to have somebody that ensures that it's fair. They are out there essentially to make sure that we don't do something that would favor one player or one tribe.
I paid the one guy who knew how to solve them to leave.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game. But it's not. If they were having problems finding people, they can see kind of what area you're in. And they came to my area many times, and I was in the smallest cupboard. They had like big ones, medium ones, and small ones. I contorted this little 4'10" body into the smallest space, and I was in there for hours. And they didn't even open the door because they were like, a person can't even fit in there. So they went in there and they opened all the cabinets, and my heart was like, oh, they're going to find me, they're going to find me. And then I could hear them saying, like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air vents or the ceiling. And they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling.
Climb up here. I feel good about this spot.
If it was held accountable, especially because this was a YouTube original production, Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules, and I guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, MrBeast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways have been fake, but I'll get to that later. So now that I've explained some of the ways that MrBeast lies to build trust with his audience, I want to go on to explain how he exploits that trust for profit through running illegal lotteries, selling fake signatures, giving children diabetes, and more. A call to action is simply when you tell the viewer to do something, saying subscribe is a call to action. Early in his career, MrBeast found a better version of this where he takes a call to action and he adds positive or negative reinforcement to it. Now, as adults, we can recognize that subscribe for a cookie is a joke. It's not a real offer, but again, MrBeast's audience is primarily children who may have authorities in their life that actually use sweet treats or video game detentions as forms of reinforcement, and you aren't born understanding sarcasm. Whatever the reason, these reinforced call to actions are more effective than just saying subscribe. Oh, but there's an even much better version. The call to action giveaway.
If you guys want to win a brand new PS5, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel.
I can't believe people are still doing fucking giveaways. Holy shit, it's so annoying. Stop this fucking shit. I'm so tired of it. Fucking 10 years of YouTube, people are still like buying subs for this shit.
So over the next 7 days, I'm going to be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free sample.
Yo, shout out to PewDiePie, man. It's been a while. It's been a fucking while, man. Shout out to PewDiePie.
On Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to your channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
I literally spent over $1 million on these phones, and we literally found him 1 minute before Zach. I spent over $1 million on these phones. All you have to do to enter is hit that subscribe button.
Samsung, I just want you to love me.
So yeah, that's what a call to action giveaway is. At best, they are a way to buy subscribers, but much of the time they are legitimate scams. Either a YouTuber doesn't actually give away a prize, or in the case of these live streams, they are illegal lotteries where the only way to win a prize is by making a purchase. And obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to show you the law and then show you irrefutable evidence of what's being done, and you can make your own conclusions. The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3 elements: a valuable prize, random chance, and consideration, which can be time or effort, but in most cases is just payment. To successfully run a contest or a sweepstakes, you must eliminate one of these factors. A contest, for example, eliminates chance, and a sweepstakes eliminates consideration. In determining if any MrBeast giveaways have been illegal lotteries, we need to identify a prize, which is distributed through random chance and cannot be won without spending money. On August 2nd, 2020, MrBeast live streamed him and his friends signing limited edition shirts celebrating 40 million subscribers. And here are just some of the clips from that stream.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this. In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their card, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting 3 grand in the order. In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
So this was a 6-hour live stream. They took it down off YouTube, but 5 hours of it are still up on their Facebook page. And during those 5 hours, I counted 46 illegal lotteries. These lotteries are also run poorly multiple times. They would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is gonna win.
In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. Hey, Daryl, don't we owe someone $1,000?
We do.
Yeah, so, all right, so the newest order, in 30 seconds, we are gonna put $1,000 in your package.
Stephen K.
Okay.
Stephen K. And there is no second giveaway 30 seconds later, like Jimmy said. This is just one very shady giveaway. They just want to talk about how Stephen made a profit.
Stephen's a handsome man.
So he actually walked away with stuff.
We're proud of you, Steve.
I counted 13 of these extra shady lotteries where they did not give the prize in the original time frame that they said.
Okay, so we're gonna put 2 iPhones in this pinata, and we're gonna give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes? 5 minutes. Buy a limited edition shirt or hoodie, and we're gonna pick a random one in 10 minutes and give them $2,000.
Have we done iPhones yet?
Oh, we did one. Oh wait, hey Daryl, first act, before we do that, we never picked a pinata.
So these clearly fit the definition of an illegal lottery. These clips are also not out of context. No one ever said no purchase necessary. There's nothing in the description or on the website. At one point, MrBeast is informed that they ran out of PlayStations, and he says, are we trying to not sell merch?
Our city is sold out of PlayStations. We don't have any. We have to give away. Are we trying to not sell merch?
So he clearly knows that they're making more money by running these illegal lotteries. Another shady thing he did was constantly suggest that they're doing too many giveaways to make a profit.
My guy over there doing the numbers is like, stop, please. You realize every time you give away an Xbox and $1,000, you don't make money. I'm like, oh, I know we're not gonna make money. What are we doing, guys? We're gonna check after the stream and it's gonna be like, oh no,
what a waste.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna break neutral.
When there was just no way they were ever even close to losing money on the stream.
I don't know who this is, but you just got a pair of AirPods. Oh my gosh, we're not making money. Guys, we need to stop giving everyone something.
We just
like,
lost like
almost everything that someone's bought, we put something in their package. I'm not gonna make money.
In 5 hours, they gave away about $50,000 worth of stuff and sold over 50,000 t-shirts. Selling these t-shirts at $42 each, profit margin would be about $22. But even if they were making like $1 per shirt, they would still be fine. Also, by my estimates, only 1 in every 1,600 orders actually won a prize. And I guarantee he has real-time analytics on his laptop. He knows they make more money every time he says, oh my God, guys, we're giving away so much stuff. We're not even gonna make a profit. Please, don't you want me to make a profit? That's why he keeps saying it. Also, they just don't show how winners are picked. So it's probably not actually random. You know, humans.
Okay, so my whole thing with this is like, yeah, you can make the argument that like it's not honest, I guess, but he's still running a business. Like, did you really expect him to lose money? Doing stuff like this, doing giveaways? No. That would be fucking stupid. But at the same time, he shouldn't be saying that's what's going to happen. He shouldn't. It's an authenticity problem. Like, the actual thing itself is not the issue because, again, it's still a business. He still needs to make money. But it's the authenticity. That's the fucking problem. Brad says, I'm so glad that MrBeast is being exposed for the fake weirdo he is. I waited years for this. He's going to lose a lot, hopefully. I don't know, man. I think MrBeast is going to be fine with as much money as he's made. Because, I mean, the dude has a shit ton of cash right now, man. And on top of that, like, his subscriber base is like 5 times the Roman Empire. Like, I watched Nux Taku's video on MrBeast earlier, and like, he looked it up. Like, MrBeast's subscriber count is like 5 times the population of the fucking Roman Empire, which is nuts, bro. Gotta hate YouTubers like this. That's all they are today. Shout out to Pewds for calling out that BS. PewDiePie's a real one. I said it once and I'll say it again. All these big YouTubers need to be investigated. A lot of them do. Shameless and disgusting. He and his company need to be in prison and boycotted. Let's finish this, and I'm going to give a more detailed opinion on where I stand with all this.
Have biases. Imagine Jimmy tells the guy off camera, hey, pick a name right now, and he sees 2 names. One is easy to pronounce, one is not. This is why lotteries are heavily regulated, to ensure fairness. Also, obviously, you have to be 18 to play the lottery. It's gambling. MrBeast isn't just promoting gambling to children here. He's running the casino, and this isn't even close to the worst stream he's done. 4 months later, MrBeast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more illegal lotteries. And by the way, the rest of these streams were taken down shortly after upload, so all I have is some old clips and Reddit threads talking about them. Now, this stream did say, we are doing a ton of giveaways, no purchase necessary, in the description. But to be eligible to win most prizes, you had to make a purchase.
Would you guys prefer that we throw money in random orders or that we throw items in random orders?
Yeah. Somebody screamed in chat, I want to switch. Hey, buy a shirt.
In 30 minutes, we are giving away my car to someone that buys merch.
Which each giveaway is its own independent event. You can't give one prize to someone who buys something and a different prize to someone in chat. The prize where you have to buy something is still an illegal lottery, which obviously MrBeast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability, you know, pretending to be ignorant of the law.
You know, YouTube's a little different than this. Yeah. Because YouTube, I can just do stuff like that. I can just be like, you know what, pull up a database of 100 people that bought chocolate bars and pick 100 random ones. Got it. I think I can can do that over here? I don't know. So I don't want to say anything, and then someone will be like, yeah, actually, that's illegal.
Right.
I could not find any way to enter the big Tesla giveaway without spending at least $42.
We're giving away a Tesla to someone random who bought stuff.
They also gave away 24 tickets, which gave you the opportunity to be in a video. Again, most of these tickets you had to make a purchase to win.
One random person that buys in what time frame? 10 minutes. We're going to put this in someone's order that buys something.
And we're going to have 24 people. We're going to put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no MrBeast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. Unless it ended up being 100 people in a circle competing for $500,000, but that's a smaller prize and much worse odds. So like, did they just pocket the money or what? Hey, it's the pilot guy.
Woo! Let's get it!
Wait, he's about to be the first one out? That's unlike him.
And though you got out first, I still have a prize for you. Just wait here.
Oh, first person out gets a car, and it just happened to be your friend Mac. Another thing that just annoys me is Jimmy constantly says during these live streams that he's just doing this for fun because he loves giving things away.
Oh, and I just like giving away stuff. It's kind of funny.
Imagine you just lost a bunch of money at the casino, and the owner comes out and he says, guys, the reason I do all this, I just love giving away money. Also, you're 7 years old in that example. It's insane that he can flip these massively profitable illegal lotteries targeted towards children as an act of generosity.
I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go place an order at shopmrbeast.com, anyone watching any of the lives, and we're going to throw iPhones in some of them.
And again, there are very few videos of this live stream on the internet. I think MrBeast probably copyright strikes re-uploads, but almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, keep going. Let's go. Wait, it's literally like it's like
Who is it?
wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Some of the common complaints we see in threads about this live stream are that they only signed large t-shirts. So when they selected an order to give a prize, it was apparently always a large or extra large t-shirt. They kept saying things like buy in the next 15 minutes for a chance to win and then not honoring it. Multiple people claiming that their name was read to win a prize and they never received it. This person is still tweeting about it to this day. Now, there's a lot more people complaining about the deceptive sales tactics. Reading all this really upsets me because I spent money I honestly didn't have for 5 shirts at different times during the live when they said things like buy now and you will get prize or money. And I received 2 orders and nothing but shirt, both with MB and one with a heart and one with a smiley. I was hoping for at least a couple things for Christmas for my family. This commenter also goes on to explain that she's disabled, has PTSD. Lotteries and scams specifically target vulnerable populations like that. I'm disappointed. My son bought a signed shirt and was so excited. He watched a live stream and saw that people who bought would receive $100. He was excited to win something and be a part of his favorite streamer, MrBeast. When the shirt arrived, he was grinning from ear to ear. When he realized that there was no $100, he was visibly disappointed. He said nothing other than, I guess he meant everyone except me. He loves his shirt, but I'm really upset seeing him hurt. And obviously people can lie on the internet, but a lot of people are independently claiming the same things. Like that at the end of the live stream, they said they were putting $100 in every order. Now, my speculation is that they put $100 in every order that came across the table that they signed, but I'd be interested to see how they worded that. If the video of this live stream ever resurfaces, I think a lot of these claims will be proven true, which MrBeast definitely has this stream saved. He saves all his footage. So I'll ask you, Jimmy, will you publish this to prove your innocence? Also, using archive.org, we can see what the website looked like on the day of the stream, and while there's no mention of any sweepstakes whatsoever, it does say this limited tee signed by MrBeast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast. So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature. So Tyler signs MB, which is MrBeast's signature, then he covers it, signs his own initials, TC, smirks, looks around, and then quickly slides the shirt away. Could you make it any more obvious? You know, you don't accidentally have someone else's signature as muscle memory. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand's signature, even though it's clearly implied that this is Jimmy's signature, which was established during the last.
Yeah, I think there could be an argument there to say that it is the brand's signature because MrBeast is the brand. So I'm not, and again, like, let's be real, guys. Like, if the president sends you something that's been signed by the president, more than likely it's not been signed by the president. It was signed by one of his secretaries. Let's just keep it 100.
Live stream.
Oh. Hey! MB, MrBeast. So this is MrBeast's signature.
No way, this one was signed by MrBeast. It's just got the MB, but that means it's signed by MrBeast. That's obviously his, MrBeast. This is so cool. That's obviously his, MrBeast.
You know, some people bought these shirts as collector's items or even investments, and this puts into question the authenticity of all MrBeast signed merch, which otherwise could have been very valuable one day. This was clearly muscle memory, and judging by his body language, he knew he exposed this. Even Tariq notices Tyler slip up and immediately looks into the camera, looks guilty, and then readjusts his body and rubs his hands together. Also, MrBeast said during the live stream that this is the last time he'd ever sign anything, and that was just a lie. Illegal lotteries targeted towards children and selling fake signatures. I mean, imagine if any other YouTuber was caught doing this.
You're very smart with your money. The guy who just throws away millions of dollars on YouTube videos is a gambler. Who would have thought?
By this point, MrBeast noticed a problem with these these CTA giveaways. I mean, obviously they're illegal, but more importantly, they're not as profitable as they could be. Look at it like this. There are two value propositions at play here. The perceived value of the product and the perceived value of the chance to win a prize. So for something like these $42 t-shirts, if the viewer values the chance to be in a video at $10, they need to value the t-shirt at an additional $32 to make the purchase. So the more expensive the product, the less effective the lottery is. You want to get the product as close to $0 as possible, so people are just paying for the perceived value of the lottery. That's what's most profitable because humans can't accurately comprehend the difference between 1 in a million odds versus 1 in a billion odds. They both kind of just compute as I have a small chance to win, which MrBeast is well aware of this flaw in human mental arithmetic.
Past a certain point, the average human is like, large sum of money, click. And like, larger sum of money doesn't really impact the viewing experience.
So also, the larger your audience is, the more profitable the lottery will be. Anyway, MrBeast wanted the cheapest product possible to use for these CTA giveaways. Basically a piece of paper, but you obviously couldn't sell a piece of paper without getting backlash. So in January 2021, 3 months after the last shirt signing stream, MrBeast did a live stream where for only $10, viewers could send a picture to the moon. Wait, JPEGs that are going to the moon? And of course he did more illegal lotteries.
Just to keep things fun and interesting, as if putting a photo on the moon. It's interesting enough. Someone who puts a photo on the moon, or if you buy the bundle, whatever, and the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to get a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded. So obviously MrBeast refunded everyone, right? Right? Is it MrBeast's fault that the rocket exploded? No. Is it his fault that he advertised it as for $10 I will put your photo on the moon?
For $10, I'll put whatever picture you want on the moon.
When he couldn't guarantee that? Yes, of course. October 16th, 2021, same thing. Buy this shirt to be in a video.
I want a picture of my penis on the moon. Imagine.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number to 1,000, then my people give me the name. So the first person that we're inviting to be in our Squid Game, if you want to enter, click the link in the description, buy the shirt or hoodie, is Alonzo Diaz.
Bro, this is an actual $100 bill.
Wait, really?
Like they actually sent a $100 bill.
Wait, what does it say? Oh, now we have to read the message. You and your crew are an inspiration to our young ones. He wanted to send you $100. Everyone click the link, or the view product thing in the bottom left. We're gonna open 3 packages, and whatever's in those 3 packages, we're gonna give someone random that buys.
MrBeast is the American dream.
Now I'm going to get to what, in my opinion, is the most unethical CTA giveaway that MrBeast has done. But before I do that, I really want to drive home the point that the closer a sweepstakes is to an illegal lottery, the more money it makes. Because, you know, every customer is supposed to be informed that they can enter easily for free and that making a purchase does not increase their chances of winning. Like, you're supposed to say no purchase necessary in all of your promotional material, which MrBeast does not do. This legal gray area only leads to people getting scammed, especially the elderly and children, who are also being introduced to gambling. The only people who benefit off of sweepstakes are influencers and scammers. Remember Wizza, a sweepstakes company that got exposed as a total scam and shut down? Even Omaze, the charity sweepstakes company, got exposed as a scam and had to shut down in the US. Or back in the day, there was Mystery Brand. Do you remember Mystery Brand?
So Mystery Brand is a website where you purchase different boxes with chances of winning things. Take, for example, this women's Christmas box. It costs $15 to open, and you can win the most expensive Los Angeles realty. But you can't even click it, okay? It doesn't even give you more information, but apparently it's worth $250 million. I love that you can't click it. Like, they're just like, trust us. There's a $250 million house with your name on it. All the way down to Icicle. Site balance. I'm willing to bet that this is probably what 99% of the people are getting.
Hey, at least MrBeast never wanted to work with this obvious scam. I mean, at least MrBeast's manager never went on some podcast and talked about how MrBeast really wanted to work with this company. Now, what's this?
Is there anything you've had to say no to? Yeah, tons. Yeah, so a good example. So it was about 3 years or 2.5 years ago when I started working with Jimmy. What was becoming really popular were these like mystery loot crate, like internet sites where it's basically like CSGO skins, but you'd go on and be like, here's the Supreme box and you pay $50 for it.
Oh,
remember,
yeah,
like,
didn't RiceGum did
yeah,
quite a few
Paul,
people.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, they got a lot of hate for that.
Right.
Jimmy was, he wanted to work with that company when he heard about it because there was a lot of money and we wanted to give that money away in a video and I had to talk him back on it. I was like, listen, we're not promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negatively. So it was a long conversation that him and I had to have, which eventually we passed on the deal. And then Jake, Paul, and RiceGum ended up doing that deal and got a lot of hate for it.
Jimmy, why is your manager saying that you wanted to promote this obvious scam to your young impressionable audience? MrBeast launched Feastables, his new chocolate brand, back in January 2022.
I want to tell you guys about my new snack company, Feastables. They're made with only 5 ingredients, but still taste amazing. And I'm kicking off Feastables with something I've always wanted to do. 10 random bars are going to have a mystery ticket inside of them, and if you get this mystery ticket, we will fly you out to compete for a chocolate factory in one of our videos. And on top of that, Chandler, we're giving away over $1 million in other prizes to random people that buy the bars.
Dude, I need to buy these.
It's interesting to look back at this because a large part of Feastables' marketing campaign was the fact that it's a better for you brand, that it's healthier for you than Hershey's. Less sugar, only 4 ingredients, all organic.
I wanted to just make a better for you snack brand because I think a lot of the stuff out there is just terrible for you. Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
I got all the Feastable chocolates. Let's try them and rank them 1 to 6. I'm gonna be completely honest, totally not biased because if it sells more, I make more money. I'm gonna be honest, and I hope Jimmy is sitting next to me and not getting his feelings hurt. Compare it to Hershey's. It's our Crunch Bar. Okay, this is the one you believe in. Yes. I'm right, Jimmy. No, you don't like Crunch Bars? I do like Crunch Bars, but again, it's too sweet. Let me try this. Maybe these are defective. Oh my gosh, this tastes good to me. Wait, we supposed to be ranking them. I rated it the first one, so we going completely off. We're in too deep. I rate this a 10 out of 10. I give this an 11 out of 10. Keep in mind, only 5 ingredients. Infinitely healthier for you than the normal thing out there. Also my favorite so far. Okay, here's the thing. I didn't realize you were a dark chocolate guy. I'm not a super dark chocolate guy. I do love dark chocolate. I give this a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, I'm starting to understand this, man. Okay. I'm starting to figure this man out. You're gonna like this one, right? You like salt? Everybody has a sea salt guy. I'm gonna get rid of these.
No, I want the chocolate.
No, you just don't. Trust me. You're a dark chocolate kind of guy. Yes, I can read the room. The room is red.
Now in 2024, MrBeast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's and even more sugar and more calories per bar. And this initial ad for Feastables where he calls it healthy is still getting millions of views a month. Also, I don't think you should ever advertise it as over $1 million in prizes when more than a third of those prizes are just coupons for more MrBeast products, forcing you to spend more money if you actually want to redeem them. Ooh, a $5 coupon for Beast Burger. Now a single combo only costs $20.
Bob's Burgers Palace or fucking Five Guys. If this shit can be successful, fucking Five Guys.
It's so good.
Who cares? It's called Five Guys. What kind of fucking name is that?
It doesn't matter. The burgers are good.
Branding matters.
Ooh, maybe you should have spent a little less time on this beautiful logo and more time on making the food actually edible.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
Also, be for real, dude. Five Guys has a nice, clean, appealing aesthetic. You know, the name suggests humble beginnings. This is like a 8-year-old sloppy cotton candy piss burger. It literally looks like a piss burger.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble.
Also, this digital wheel is not remotely representative of your actual odds. Mark Rober has talked about this common deceptive casino tactic before.
You recall from the Carnival Scam video, the most lucrative games for the Carnival owner are those where people overestimate their chances of winning. That is exactly what happens in this game, thinking you were so close to getting a jackpot, when in reality, you weren't close at all. In gambling psychology, this is known as the near-miss effect, and people will spend much more money to try and win because they think they can just do it on the next one.
So I am absolutely pigging out on Feastables, and I'm trying to do this. MrBeast is teaching us gambling? Minus points because there's no cool music. Anyway. Let's gamble.
Also, these tickets, one of them just so happened to go to a YouTuber with 700,000 subscribers at the time. Just pure chance.
This was just taped.
It was taped.
No freaking way.
So it is like really like total chance, obviously. Like you're one of like hundreds of thousands of names.
Talk to Jimmy about what do you got to say to
Jimmy,
say
thank
to him?
you for picking us.
No, he didn't. It was random.
Was it though? Was it random? Also, this guy went on to win the chocolate factory,
let it
and
slip.
extremely unlikely things do happen, but can we see how the winners were chosen maybe? Because knowing how important it is to Jimmy that every video has entertaining contestants through the whole video, it's a little suspicious. I'll just say, in my opinion, as somebody who worked for MrBeast, I don't think this large YouTuber won a ticket purely by chance. Also, I know that producers are sort of able to pull strings behind the scenes to give some contestants better chances than others. And he runs these sweepstakes to like bribe children with gambling to consume more sugar. Like, this is far worse than a lottery ticket because a lottery ticket doesn't give you diabetes and only pay out your rich and famous friends. Like, MrBeast is bringing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of new people to the candy aisle, whether he wants to admit it or not.
People are just walking to the chocolate aisle and instead of buying Hershey's, buying Feastables. Like, people who never would have bought chocolate in Walmart are walking to the chocolate aisle specifically to buy Feastables.
creating a new market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm bringing new customers to the aisle.
Okay, I guess he does want to admit it. You know, kind of a weird flex, not something I would brag about, Jimmy. Also, maybe I should mention technically I'm a certified nutritionist, which really just means I paid $1,200 for a course and then failed to launch a health food company. But I know that poor diet and especially excessive sugar consumption is the #1 cause of death and health problems in America, including some of the health problems that MrBeast claims to care so much about. Blindness, deafness, loss of limbs. MrBeast also just launched a combo with Zaxby's, which if you get a soda, it's over 2,000 calories for one meal.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. The only thing real in this video is the new MrBeast box at Zaxby's.
I'm pretty sure this would be illegal in Europe. This is like more calories in one meal than the average 10-year-old is supposed to consume on a daily basis.
Tell me how I'm killing little kids.
New research finds childhood obesity rates are getting worse.
The #1 killer in America is obesity. The number of deaths in overweight people surpass alcohol and smoking altogether.
For 30 days straight, we are going to be giving away $10,000 to a lucky customer who scans the QR code on the back of any new Feastable bar.
It's just disappointing to see somebody pretend to care about the health epidemic in the US only when it's profitable for them. I know this point isn't going to resonate with a lot of people because of how normalized high calorie and high sugar diets are in America, but like bribing children to get into the habit of consuming excessive amounts of sugar, like $10,000 a day as a giveaway is very deliberate because it's trying to create repeat customers that just buy out of habit. Like doing this especially when you clearly understand how much of a health risk it is to these kids.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat.
It's honestly just evil to me, and I pushed back against this a lot while I worked at the company. For Halloween this year, Feastables is planning on putting $1 million in a chocolate bar, and they wanted to do a bunch of like scummy marketing and shit. My manager literally said at one point that they wanted to associate buying a Feastables with your dream coming true. So they're pitching ideas like, you know, buy a Feastables, win 10K, buy a Feastables out of a vending machine, and the vending machine just starts spitting out money, buy a Feastables and it has a ticket to Disney World, whatever, right? And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying. But I swear to God, I said to somebody at the company, I feel like Feastables is 70% a chocolate company and 30% a lottery targeting children. And this higher up person at MrBeast said it was probably closer to the other way around and was laughing about it. Like 70% a lottery, 30% a chocolate company. Everyone knows it's just the call to actions and call to action giveaways especially that drive sales. As soon as they stop, it's hard for large bargain retailers to sell this shit for 70% off. That's why they push them so hard. Once they stop the diabetes lottery, no one buys. Also, this is the website right now. MrBeast wants you to join the crew. Just so weird and scummy to me. I believe all the Feastables giveaways do have official rules and no purchase necessary clauses somewhere, but it's very difficult to find them. In traditional media, if you advertise a sweepstakes like in a commercial, you have to say in the promotional material itself, no purchase necessary. Somehow MrBeast gets away with not saying no purchase necessary in any of his promotional materials, not the videos, the descriptions, pinned comments, nothing.
To celebrate our launch of milk chocolate and sea salt, we went out, we bought 10 Teslas, loads of cash, and all these prices you see on the screen. And prices aside, unlike Hershey's, these bars only have 4 to 5 ingredients and just genuinely taste good. Go to Feastables.com right now and order some chocolate. Only problem is the chocolate river is deteriorating. The
only place you'll find no purchase necessary is either on the Feastables Twitter account because it's a rule of the platform, and even still they try to push it. No perched neck, or hidden deep in the Feastables website under a FAQ. And to enter for free, you have to mail in separate 3" by 5" hand-addressed written index cards, up to 10 a day. Do you think kids are gonna do that shit or just beg their parents when they're at Walmart for the YouTuber diabetes lottery ticket? How is this legal? How do you mail something without making a purchase? Cards, envelopes, stamps, the free entry method can cost more than the chocolate bar itself. Also, going back to sweepstakes law for a second, payment isn't the only form of consideration. Consideration can also be time or effort that directly benefits MrBeast in some way. Like, I don't know, if he told his fans to clean up and organize his Feastables displays in Walmart for a chance to win $5,000. Shelfie cleanup and $5,000 drawing? They thought this was going to be a monthly thing, but it got a lot of controversy, obviously. How can I successfully clean up the shelves? Wow, glad you asked. No bars on the shelf? Go find an employee and ask them to check to see if there was product in the back room and ask them to bring them out so you can put it on the shelf to match the tags. What the fuck, dude? Imagine a 7-year-old looking for the Walmart manager so he can ask to stock shelves for a chance to be compensated. Dude, was Walmart in on this? This was not just one off-the-cuff tweet. This was like planned with instructions and graphics and everything. Also, a company asking children for selfies is a little bit weird. And while you're at it, if you want to maybe move some Hershey's bars and make sure that Feastables has plenty of space, I wouldn't complain. I just cannot believe they were going to give $5,000 to one of MrBeast's child laborers for stocking shelves. And no one at MrBeast was like, hey, this is a terrible idea. Actually, if you said that, you'd probably get fired.
This is the best tasting chocolate on earth. Good job, boys.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How do we know that's the best tasting chocolate in the world?
You're fired.
What? This is such horse shit. You can do that? I mean, that is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. The most shocking result was that Feastables never earned anything higher than a 3rd place ranking.
But I do think their branding is like world's best chocolate bar is how do you get away with that? World's best chocolate.
World's best pizza.
What does that even fucking mean?
Define that yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I would think you'd have to, I don't know. I'm sure whoever worked on his marketing gave some thought to it or something.
Okay, one last point of consideration. Prolonged attention is definitely a form of consideration. In the attention economy, it is the valuable resource that advertisers directly pay MrBeast for. So in these live streams when MrBeast says, hey guys, today we're doing a bunch of illegal lotteries, but also we're gonna be giving away some free stuff to people who keep watching. He does that to boost viewer numbers.
I'm gonna give you guys a reason to keep watching, okay? Here's what I'm gonna do. Randomly, I'm not gonna tell you when, it could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. I'm gonna randomly pick one person watching this IG live stream and one person watching this YouTube live stream. I'm gonna give you each $5,000. So, keep watching.
There's no predictable intervals for when MrBeast will give things away for free to people who watch, so you have to be present when they happen, which means viewers have to keep watching, which is time and effort that directly benefits MrBeast. The more viewers, the more money MrBeast obviously makes, either directly through sales or AdSense or just getting boosted in the YouTube algorithm. So even the free giveaways could and should be against the law. MrBeast just uses gambling psychology to exploit young children for profit. He's just become the first casino where the currency you pay with is attention.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course.
Or labor or money sometimes.
Yeah, his core audience is like, I'd say like 10 to 12-year-old boys. Older people are a little bit over him. Some people kind of question the ethics, you know. They sometimes say in these videos where he like builds all these wells or, you know, cures people of his blindness. It's almost like he's exploiting people for these views. So older audiences don't love him, but this tween audience, they love him. And they're thinking, you know, watching him could get me a car, so why wouldn't I?
I'm gonna give you guys a reason to keep watching.
Okay, now as far as fake giveaways go, I'm sort of limited in what I can say without exposing confidential information and getting sued. So my official statement is that sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional. Here's one example where someone on Reddit posted saying that they were promised free dog food for life in exchange for letting MrBeast use them in a video. 5 months later, they still haven't received their dog food. I actually sent this post to someone who works at MrBeast, and they said they were gonna send it to the PR team, and then the Reddit post got taken down. So I don't know if it got resolved. Here's another example of things slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would do different is invest. And I know what y'all about to say. Y'all about to go to the clip too, where Jimmy said that we set a certain amount aside to invest.
I know you talked about wanting to maybe invest 50K and then set aside like the other 23 for just other little nuances here and there.
This is not me calling anybody a liar or anything, because I know what y'all do. I know what the internet does. But what I think what happened was somebody that worked for MrBeast or something like that was supposed to probably help me invest, but that didn't happen. I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally like got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man, I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So
if you actually watch this video, you know, MrBeast does say that they're not going to be irresponsible, that they're going to try to set Mark up for life, and that they are going to help him with investing.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future. So we're going to make smart purchases like a house, cars, and do some investing.
But according to Mark, MrBeast only gave him an hour to plan what house to buy, and then gave him only 24 hours to spend spend the bulk of his money for a video.
Time. I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have planned out stuff better. Like, that was the best example I can give you is when we had planned out the house and stuff. I literally had an hour. He had somebody come to my house, and we sat down and we planned all this in an hour. Yeah, they came to my house and we planned this out in about an hour. So I wish I would have had more time, and I wish I would have did a couple things differently on the time management side, which I guess I really couldn't help because I had to spend it. I had to spend the money and I had to like do all this. So
I'm starting to think he might have been a little bit better off if you didn't make him spend $1 million in 24 hours for content.
Can I just say, I'm super glad you won the $1 million.
All I need from you is a signature right here. Vehicles are yours.
What we're actually going to do is be responsible and try to set Mark up for his future.
You better not read it. You're a millionaire. You got time to read.
The more you show us around the world, I'm like, thank God you won the $1 million.
Damn.
So, you're selling Krabby Patties, eh, Plankton?
That's right, Squidward. And there's a free bucket helmet with every purchase. Care for one?
No! You may have hoodwinked everyone else in this backwater town, but you can't fool me. I listen to public radio.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means you set up Mr. Krabs. You stole the crown so Neptune would freeze him and you could finally get your stubby little paws on the Krabby Patty formula. It was you all along, but you made one fatal mistake. You messed with my paycheck, and I'm gonna report you to the highest authority in the land, King Neptune.
We'll see about that, Inspector Loose Lips.
Now activating helmet brain control devices.
What?
All hail Plankton.
What's going on here?
All hail Plankton. Seize him, slaves. All hail Plankton.
I'm getting out here.
All hail Plankton. Who can stop me now?
Now be like shocked. Like have your hands over your face, like you're as emotional as you can be. So like have your hand reaching for it, and then like be like shocked, like you're, yeah. Now act a little surprised. Like be like really shocked with your mouth open.
Okay, dude. All right, so let me give my opinion on all this. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I was like watching MrBeast content. Like I wasn't. But at the same time, like I heard about like all the supposed good stuff he was doing, and I was like, oh, man, why is this guy getting so much hate? Like it seems like he's doing like a lot of really good stuff for people. You know, it's nice. Like, what's happening? But after watching this video, I've got to say, there's some shadiness going on here. I mean, there's some real shadiness going on here. And on the one hand, I don't like it because I really don't like when businesses are like this, when they do this real shady stuff. On the other hand, how much of that stuff is actually necessary to stay in business? How much of that stuff is actually necessary to get rich? Because here's the thing, everybody wants to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to be rich right now. Shit. So how much of this is necessary? This shady behavior, these bad business practices, how much of that is necessary to actually get to that point? And then at that point, you have to start looking at the system, you know, the supposed free market, uber capitalist system. This is why, like, I started to turn against capitalism a few years ago, is because I realized, like, it makes people do horrible shit, underhanded, immoral shit to get ahead, to get rich. And any system that would make you do that, you have to question the morality of it. You have to question you just have to question it, because it's fucking disturbing that we have a system and that we promote that as a good system, even though it makes people do like awful shit to get ahead. So on the one hand, I feel like he's done some really shady stuff, but on the other hand, doesn't everybody that gets as rich as he is, don't they have to do something shady at some point, walk over somebody at some point, because the system requires it? Otherwise, you're not going to get ahead. So I don't know, man. And then again, like, he has done some legitimately good stuff. Here's what I'll say. I think MrBeast needs to take a step back. I think he needs to hire a legal team. Because from what I understand, like, he doesn't have a very good legal team. He needs to hire a good legal team that can go over all this shit and tell him, like, no, you can't do this. No, that violates this. This is illegal. And obviously he has the money to do that. He needs to do that. Do I think, like, MrBeast is at the point where, you know, he can't recover from this? No. He can come back from this for sure. And I hope he does, because I'm always here for a redemption story. But he really needs to take a step back and reevaluate everything that he's doing. Reevaluate how this company's run. Reevaluate who he associates with. And hire a good fucking legal team. And maybe do a relaunch. But, like, is it over? Can he never come back? No. He's not done anything that's completely irredeemable here. But he does need to reform, reevaluate, and reset. That's what he needs to do. And that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on MrBeast. And maybe he can. We'll see. Anyways, and like I said, I've not been able to look at everything involved in this story. This is just what I've gotten so far. And I found like this video and that article were the two best summations of both the financial drama and the grooming drama. And that's why I decided to go with tonight. So I'm going to continue to look into this, and I'm sure more stuff is going to come out. So this is not going to be the last time that we talk about MrBeast. Before we go, I do want to say, if you want me to become rich like MrBeast, and I promise I will not fail you. I will not let you down. If you feel betrayed by MrBeast, you can give me some of that MrBeast money via Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, all that good stuff. And coming this weekend, channel memberships are launching this weekend. Oh shit. So that's happening this weekend. Also, while I'm at it, let me go to my channel so I can do a little bit of promotion, a little bit of self-pleasuring here for you guys. And check out my latest video. This is my latest video. I actually released an excerpt from my story that I'm working on. It's from chapter 19. And it's done in like an audiobook format. So go check that out. If I ever become a rich fucking YouTuber guy, I won't be a fake like they be. I have never been fake on this channel. So if I become rich, I will continue to not be fake. If I ever hit it off big, I will continue to not be fake. But I'll try and be as honest as I possibly can with you guys. But anyways, check out this video. I'd like your guys' opinion on it. I want to hear what you guys think about my writing, my style. Tell me what you guys think about it. Does this interest you? Does it intrigue you? Again, it's done in like an audiobook format. It's not the entire chapter. It's just an excerpt from the chapter. And there has been some alterations done to this in order to prevent major spoilers. Like, I can tell you right now, there's been probably 4 or 5 lines taken out of this just to avoid spoilers. But I did try to leave it as consistent as possible to create a full scene for you guys. So there it is. Go check it out. In fact, I'm actually going to post this in the chat for you guys. So go check it out. Would be very much appreciated if you guys could do that. I would absolutely love it if you guys could check this out. But there you go. There is the link to that video. Please check it out. I want to get your guys' opinion on it. Really interested in what people have to say. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. I think that we're going to call it a night. Again, mostly just wanted to stick to the MrBeast stuff. Tomorrow, I'm actually thinking about tomorrow morning. I might do another live stream talking about the Kamala Harris stuff. And I might bring up this video again, talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, because we might be getting, well, I know we're going to probably get Kamala Harris's VP pick over the weekend. So I might do a stream tomorrow morning talking about that. And then tomorrow night is going to be the channel update stream. And I'm going to be introducing channel memberships on that stream as well. So that's going to do it for tonight. This probably won't be the last time we talk about MrBeast, because I wasn't even able to cover all of it tonight because there's just so much, dude. Every day it's something new. But I'm sure we're going to be talking about it more. All right. Till the next one, this is JeskerJames with a Z. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.